Hi, everybody. I'm saying hi to the sheep and to everybody watching. How are you all doing? I hope everybody's doing well, staying safe, staying healthy as best you can. I am sitting out here enjoying the sunshine because the sunshine is going to go away in a few days. So, come here, Rosie. I brought out the brushy stick. Come on. Come on, sweetheart. Yes, want to mommy do brushies? I'm going to baby talk through this, aren't I? Yes, I am. Okay, I'm going to switch hands so I can brush you. Do you want mommy brushes? Mommy do brushes? Come here, sweetie. Oh, you look at that face. Yes, we just do little brushies for now. Oh, yes, you're so sweet. Yes, you are. Can I get that? Yeah, get that out of your nose. Okay. So we had shearing scheduled for Friday, and I have been pretty much just losing my mind for the last couple weeks watching the weather forecast because they kept saying frozen mix, 30% chance of frozen mix on Friday. And I'm like, well, as long as the temperatures don't drop too suddenly, and as long as I can keep them dry Thursday night, get them in the barn, lock them in, that's got its own set of problems, which I'll go into another time. But as long as I can keep them dry for Martin, and it'll be fine, as long as it doesn't get too cold. Well, now the frozen mix warning has been turned into a full-blown winter storm warning with several inches of snow and then temperatures down in the 20s. So I looked at the forecast for next Friday, the 30th. She's wagging her tail. Yes, I saw that. I did. What was I saying? I get so distracted by tail waggies. I looked at next week's forecast, and it's supposed to get back up into the 40s, maybe even the 50s, and it's not supposed to rain or snow or anything crazy. I know, I stopped. I'm sorry. I wanted you to move closer so I wasn't all bent over trying to brush you, honey. Get your little top part of your mane up here done. Yes, my goodness, you are just a muffin and a half, aren't you? You, my little muffin, you are wagging that tail. So, Friday the 30th is supposed to be nice, and the Wednesday and Thursday before Friday are supposed to be nice, and it's going to be warmer. So, some of you probably remember seeing in my Instagram and Facebook stories a couple weeks ago saying how I shear in the fall because I have to. She keeps nudging this if I set it down. Like, you're not done, lady. Come on. I need a lot of brushing. Saying how these sheep, the Icelandics, and my two purebred Finns, they have to be sheared in the fall. If I don't, then they will be... It's not just a matter of the wool being ruined, but the wool will be ruined. And yes, it is a commodity. The wool is an important part of my business here. It's like the only thing I sell from these little mutton heads. Yes, I shouldn't use the M word. No, don't use the M word, Mommy. That's not funny. Don't even joke about that. So I need to protect that investment. But more than that, far more important than that, is that they need to have the wool removed. We need to make sure they don't have abscesses. We need to be able to see truly how much weight they're carrying. Are they too heavy? Are they too skinny? I can guarantee you that they're not too skinny. You are such a baby. But it's very important. If a sheep needs to be sheared, then the sheep needs to be sheared. And they can't do it without us. These guys don't rue. I mean, they do a little bit in the spring, but not enough to actually get all the wool off. Rueing is just a natural shedding process that some breeds like Icelandics do. But what I've found with mine is that they just rue little strips. What are you doing? Oh, you're so sweet, honey. If I get too close, like leaning over the top of her, she starts backing up, thinking I'm going to get her. No, I'm not going to get you. I'm not going to get you. I'm just trying to... Oh, there's your horn. It's hard to brush and do this video at the same time. You little girl. Yes, you're just a little girl. So they have to be sheared. And the key is just to, get it done when it's not going to be harmful to them as far as the weather goes. They are very, very tough. You're going to eat your brushy stick now? What? No, don't eat the brushy stick. Sheep produce a lot of heat from the inside out. I know I've talked about this before, but I'll talk about it again. Because of their digestive system, because of the rumen, they produce a ton of gas and a ton of heat, like I said, from the inside out. And so post-shearing, yeah, they look naked. And I know people have asked me, they ask me this every single year. Aren't you afraid they're going to be cold? Aren't you worried that, they're going to get sick, that they're going to be blah, blah, blah? And believe me, I appreciate that you want the sheep to be healthy and happy. But I would not shear them if it was not necessary. She is so itchy, she cannot wait to get that wool off. So it's a matter of picking the best time to do it. We shear in April and October. I would have preferred to have sheared earlier in October, but it just didn't work out with Martin's schedule. And so we were scheduled for the 23rd, and now, because of the forecast coming up this weekend, I'm putting it off another week, which sounds kind of counterintuitive. It would be better to just get it done, but not if there's a big old storm coming the exact day after shearing. Not if there's going to be 3 to 4 inches of snow, and not if the temperatures are going to dip down that low. I would rather they hang on to their wool for another week, and then we'll get it off on the 30th. So I think I might be rambling and going around in circles with what I'm talking about, but hopefully I'm making sense. So Rohan and Radagast and Garnet right there, and his mama Ruby, and then you just saw Rosie getting her brushies. They will all be sheared on Friday the 30th. And then they'll be sheared again in April. They grow their wool really, really fast. So I don't want to say really, really, really fast, like it's magical or something. Their rate of growth is twice as fast as the other breeds. So Freckles over here, she's a Dorset cross. Deer up on the hill there, she's Finn and Suffolk. And her Finn genetics they're just a little bit different than mine. Or it could also be the blend of the Suffolk, but she does not grow her wool as fast as my Finns do. And then Sam, obviously, and Cupcake, they're in the category of the once a year shears. Boy, I'm not making a lot of sense when I say words like that. My phrasing is weird right now. And then the 5th, or the 10th, I guess, since I'm going through all the sheep right now, is Black Velvet. Oh my gosh. Okay, I have to pause here and just admire that. Look at that. You are so beautiful. Look at all that wool you've grown. In just 6 months. You're amazing. So can you imagine if I only sheared her once a year? It would be down to the ground. It would felt really bad over the winter. It would also get a ton of hay and straw and vegetable matter in it. It would just be ruined. So anyway, back to going through the list of sheep. The 10th sheep is Black Velvet, who, if you look past Radagast, there's that hill in the pasture. And then if you look up over that hill, you'll see her back. Black Velvet is 12 years old, well, 12 and a half. And she now cannot be sheared twice a year. I did shear her last fall, and I regretted it the minute I did it. She grew her wool back pretty much just fine, but I knew at that point that I would never do it again, because she's now, instead of growing an inch a month, she's growing maybe 1/2 to 3/4 of an inch a month. And she just doesn't need to have to work that hard to keep warm in the winter. So it's like you got to think of it like, what are they putting all of their energy into? This time of year, well, through summer and fall, the weather's nice. Are you going to lay down, Rosie? You're a pretty little thing, aren't you? Oh, yes, I am. The weather's nice. They aren't having to work hard to keep warm. So all of their energy can go into fleece production. And you can see that on these guys. They're just magnificent, aren't you? I'm going to move a little closer. Yes, I am. And try to not scare you when I move the big scary chair over too. Yes. I'm not going to move too close. I just want to be over here so I can look at all you. Yes, there you are. There's that pretty Ruby Sue. Okay. So then we come to winter time, and what are they having to do? They're having to keep warm. So all of their energy from the food that they're eating. Rohan looks like she's got wool hanging out of her mouth. I can't tell. Sorry, I just got really, really distracted. It's either that or else it's hanging on the fence right behind her. I can't tell for sure. It doesn't matter. It's fine. So in the wintertime, you can see the difference between fall and spring fleeces on the Icelandics. It's enormously different because they're having to work harder to keep warm. So all that energy isn't necessarily going into growing the wool. It's going into staying warm. Plus, there's just the elements and living conditions in the wintertime. That just leads to the wool not being as nice. Oh, are you going to yawn? You look like you're going to yawn, Mr. Garnet. You're so handsome. Goodness sakes. Wow. It'd be nice if I could make a video sometime. I need to have a script and not be so distracted. Yes, because I just start looking at them and I totally lose track of what I was saying. Oh well. Fall fleeces are nice because they've had all summer long to grow it without worrying about staying warm. And then spring fleeces for sheep like Freckles over here behind Garnet. They get all big and bulky and fluffy in the spring, and they're gorgeous and just perfect. And I'm excited to see Freckles and Deer's fleeces because this will be, they're in, let's see, April 2021. They will have been with me nearly all year, and they are not pregnant. They're not having babies. So the energy that they put into babies, that's another thing that can lead to the fleece not being as nice. All of that they'll be able to just put into growing wool and staying warm this winter. Instead of growing babies, they get to be babies. Ah, Freckles. So I'm excited to see Freckles and Deer's spring, well, they only do, or spring, their fleeces in April. Yeah, one of these days I'm going to write out a script of exactly what I want to say. And I'm going to follow the script, Cupcake, and not get distracted. Yes, I am. Oh, that is such a good scratching tree. Oh my goodness, it's the best. It's just the best. Yes, it is. So, this Friday's shearing has been postponed because of the snow and ucky temperatures coming up. And then we should get a really nice week that'll be perfect for shearing. And it's always fun to see after they're sheared, they just get kind of weird and wound because they're lighter. I mean, think about it. You're dropping 5-6 pounds and you're instantly cooler and you can reach all the itches. So they run around and they have to smell each other because, of course, they smell differently. And then they have to rub on all the trees. And it's really quite fun to watch. So I may not have finished talking about, I think I finished talking about black velvet. I hope I did. Anyway, she used to grow wool as fast as these little Icelandics did, but she just doesn't anymore, and that's to be expected given her age. So I'm excited to see her full year fleece next April. I'm hoping it'll be really, really nice, but more importantly, it's going to be on her so she can stay warm. Did you have to get resettled, Ruby? Yes, you did. Okay, I guess that's about all I wanted to talk about. Just letting you know about shearing. Here she comes. She is walking so much better. Yes, you are. Keep walking. Why did you stop? She is still on all three of the... That's loud. She's still on all three of the meds, but I was able to increase the amount of gabapentin that she gets. 3 times a day, I was able to increase it 1 pill extra all 3 times. So she's getting 3 pills 3 times a day of the gabapentin, and she's still getting the 2 meloxicam twice a day. And then she's getting the adequate injection once a month. But just since I increased that little bit of the gabapentin, it's made a huge difference. She's not nearly as stiff and sore when she gets up. She's not limping. It's just so good to see. And she's trying to find all the green stuff that's grown back because of all the rain that we've gotten. You silly goose. Okay, I think that's about it. Please remember I have lots of roving still in stock. I have salmon cupcake. And we will walk up and say hi to them before I end this. Yes, hello, handsome Garnet. Sam, he's blue-faced Leicester with just a smidge of Gotland in his genetics, which I don't know that it really makes that big of a difference, so really just think blue-faced Leicester. And then Cupcake is 63% Suffolk and 37% Hampshire, and her wool is just springy and fun to spin. Sam's is, I didn't talk about it, it's very lustrous. It's a very, very soft, and it just has this beautiful, beautiful creamy luster to it. So those are really nice to spin. And then I don't have you in stock yet. No, I don't. But I have you right here, you handsome boy. Yes, trying to get that stuff off your noggin. There we go. And then I have some Icelandic. I still have Wick, who is Rosie's and Radagast's mom. I have her roving in stock. And I called it a mystery ewe because when I bought the fleece from Lee, she didn't have a card in the bag. So she had no idea whose fleece it was. But I tell you what, that is the most amazing fleece. A roving. I don't remember the fleece even being that nice. I mean, it was like, oh yeah, it's a nice Icelandic fleece, that's fine. But it wasn't anything super special or outstanding looking as a fleece. But that roving it's silver. It is not just gray. It's truly silver, and it's so soft. So, so, so soft. Yes, it is, Rosie. Soft like you and your sister. Yes, you're so cute. Ooh, oh, bug. Oh, yeah, there's... Whoop, sorry. I panic. There was a yellow jacket hit me in the ear. Huh, black velvet. Yes, you pretty lady sheep. So, if you're looking for roving, now is a good time to get it. I have a coupon code that I'm offering to everybody. So if you go to the store and you go to check out after you put some stuff in your cart, use coupon code SPINTOGETHER2020 and you get 10% off. And that's going to be good through, I think I made it through the end of November. So if you're looking for some nice roving to spin, I highly recommend all of them. Yeah, they're just, I cannot get over that mystery ewe. I should do a video just showing you these rovings because that stuff is really quite amazing. I might just do that later on this week. All right. Well, from all of us here, I want to tell you all thanks for watching our videos. Thanks for going to our website, www.blainefleeceandfiber.com. And let's see if, yeah, they're eating all this grass. Come on, you guys, let it grow back a little bit. No, we're hungry. Thank you for watching. Thanks for putting up with the foolishness. And I hope you're all taking care.